Okay, he's got a little bit of an angle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. James kind of ended the first set kind of like he started this first set, right, Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Very much in stroke.
Yeah, they started without us. I ran over here and got here just as they were finishing the lag. I didn't know I was not online. So the fans missed all the good things that I had to say. But anyway.
He's going to pound those 2 rails. He's just coming one. Okay, nice shot. Perfect angle. Perfect speed.
And first blood. Okay, Chris Melling is looking to make a good break. He's been off on almost all of his breaks a little bit.
He had like
scratched,
2 good ones, I think.
Ones, he isn't breaking as well as he has been in his previous matches.
No, he's flirting with that side pocket a lot.
Mm-hmm. In several of his previous matches, I noticed that when he pops them good, the one ball just goes straight in that corner pocket. And he has not done that this match at all. But when he did make that one, he usually came up with a good result.
Again, that side.
Yeah, see? He's just missing that 9
flirting
in
with
the
that
corner.
side, yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bit off. But at least I think he has a shot.
Well, he's got a combination. No, he's got a combination is all. And you'll notice the ball's a little bit on the side again,
yeah,
so a bit of a miss hit. Yeah. They're doable for sure. They're playable, but
it's not
if you turned a couple of them around, it would be tough if you switched the 4 and the 7 with each other or something like that, because they're kind of just grouped together over. So difficult combination here. He's going to shoot it with a little more. Oh, he did have a half a pocket. What a shot. What a great shot that was.
Sure was.
Made it look easy. Okay, now he's got to be pretty tidy here, either getting to the left side of the 6-10 or drawing back in between. He's a little flat, so
I think he's going to
pound it out.
Pound it out, yeah.
Or draw it. Okay, he just, okay, nice shot.
Just cinch it there, yeah.
Nice shot. And that's sometimes just as touchy as anything else. You'll sometimes just kind of die on the shot and you'll stay behind the 7, or it's easy to overhit it. So.
Hit this with a little inside to slow it down when it hits the rail. Now he's going to come out of the corner 2 rails.
Yeah, the English players really, it's one of their stronger shots, being able to shoot this with a lot of variations of speeds and being able to make it dive on a lot of angles into the rails. So it's that half ball hit like snooker players.
Right.
Oh,
boy, he hit that wide. Wow.
And just kind of got a little fast paced playing, got down on the ball.
Well, that's the way he plays.
Yeah,
though, you know,
true story. Oh, the fortunate thing is the phone rang after he had already struck the ball.
Yeah.
It was close, though.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just drift over, or he'll come. All right, he's going to go and come 2. Now he's going to get a little bit flat and a little bit stretched.
Yeah.
Still shouldn't be a problem.
I don't think he really cares. You know, I mean, he's playing so well that he just accepts, you know, just as a matter of fact, just. Yeah, nothing to it.
I love watching the people with the bridge that are really comfortable, that can really
I
still attack the cue ball.
I hate the bridge. God, you know, I was tall enough to where I never had to really use it.
Not a whole lot, huh?
Yeah, there was only 3 shots on the table I couldn't reach, and I knew where they were, so I never left myself there. So the only time I ever shot those shots is if I was left there by my opponent, which was rare. And so I very rarely used the bridge, and it's to my detriment. I never really learned how to use it. And I used to be a lot thinner than I am now, extremely thin, and so I could just shoot behind my back, you know, if I couldn't, so.
And reach a little easier.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, now it's just horrible. Went from one extreme to the other.
Okay, Chris is going to need another opportunity soon.
He sure is.
So, just a little redemption.
Cleaning it off.
Mm-hmm.
Bounced off the table, caught her on the one hop. The reflexes of the young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I remember those days.
This talent here as well. Been breaking the ball pretty great overall. Got one down. He's going to be near the 1, so that's always nice. Now is the 6 going to get in the way of the pocket as well?
I don't think he's got a...
He's going to shoot the 1-6, I'm pretty sure.
1-6 probably, yeah. The 9 blocked his pocket.
Maybe not, but the 9 definitely blocked it. But he may not shoot it, but I would think he would. I would think he's going to try and be aggressive here. Now he could draw behind the 7 and knock the 1 in between the 6 and the 9. And
tuck it under the 7. Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's not super easy. You got to have a nice touch pulling the ball over and still a little bit of control on the 1. So if he had a nice... If the 7 went there, he would definitely shoot this combination because he could draw to that side rail so easy. So he's going to put him behind the 7. Attempt to, anyways. He could really do a lot if he gets him underneath. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's
put
nice.
The 1 in a treacherous place. He's going to have to go 1 rail at this, I think, to the end rail, I think.
Yeah, and he's shooting over the top.
Yeah, he's stretched. He's going to be up on 1 leg. But what else you got? I mean, you can't really try to tie something up. There's nothing that's really very guaranteed that way.
You can't, maybe roll the 7 up on the 5. You can't even really hit anything else.
Yeah, the 2 ball, I mean, the 2 rail he's looking at is at a half a ball hit. Really hardly any room for error, and I just don't see much future in it either because you're not going to kick at it super hard that way because you'll lose a lot of accuracy, especially being jacked up. Now, if you kick 1 rail at it, you can hit it with some speed. You got all the ball plus a little bit of the side on the left and all the side on the right to hit. And you may even call it in this corner pocket down the lower left.
Yeah, but I don't think he can do it. He's right-handed, and that's extremely tough for a right-handed player.
I think he can.
Shooting over the ball.
Not easy.
Shooting 1 rail, over the ball.
Now, if he does kick this way, I would stick to an easy speed, maybe clip it and get behind the 2. I doubt that's going to happen, but maybe. I'm not sure if he's even really seen the 1 railer, but. And Chris is he's not a real tall man. He's probably 5'6" or so. So reaching that 1 rail kick is pretty tough, probably.
Yeah, and he's elevated and he's right-handed. And
he's got to spin it. If he's going that far away from it, he's going to go right by the 6, it looks like to me.
Oh, right on the nose.
Wow. And now, is he going to tie this up? Is he going to get a... No, he's going to leave a billiard.
He left a billiard.
Great hit,
what
though.
A great shot. Well, I guess it's better than ball in hand. But,
this one is sitting a little bit funny, though, right? No? I think it is.
Yeah.
one thing I don't like about it is he's got to hit it light. If you hit it with any speed, you might. Okay, he could hit it with left.
Yeah.
If he could hit it with left, it was easy all the way.
All
I
the
thought he
way.
had to throw it in.
So did I. So did I.
So now it's just basically stop your ball, take a little cut on the 3.
Mm-hmm.
5's real easy.
Roll up for the
Yeah.
5 side, same pocket. Yeah. Again, he's struggling with the bridge out of that pocket. Luckily, he doesn't really have to do anything but make the ball.
And Chris, the break has really been detrimental, but he's played great. It's just been a lot of James just taking advantage of, he had a couple game spell there where I wouldn't say he made errors, but he was a little loose on a couple shots, and it cost him, and that was in the first set, but other than that, he's been pretty flawless.
And he played great to get to the finals.
Oh, absolutely. Well, he lost his second match to Max Eberle, so he's had to have played really well.
Mm-hmm.
This loser side was just about as tough as the winner side, pretty early in the tournament.
Yeah, he just had to play a few more matches.
Mm-hmm. He's going to drawing this over. Oh, he let up on that one a little bit. Now he's going to be elevated over the 7. Surprised he didn't let it out a little more, like just there really was no problem coming over.
Yeah, to get straighter on the 7.
Yeah, I mean, when it's that far off the rail, you could get to where you have a hair of an angle going into the rail with the cue ball that's not so nice to deal with, but every other shot you get, whether it be straight, you just draw straight back out of there. If you get a little angle, you pull to the rail now. And so now he's going back and forth. Great hit. And he can hold for the side, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure he can, 100%.
Yeah, he's. He recovers well.
Oh, yeah, super talented.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is starting out the same way as the first set started out. 3-0.
And now James gets to break as well. No?
No, it's Chris's break. James won the leg this time.
Okay. Trying to think what happened. Oh, he played safe behind the 7. That's right. He knocked the 1 away and played safe behind the 7 there.
Right.
And we'll get a look at a couple of those shots. First, this incredible kick, which we just caught the last end of it there, and then another really nice shot.
That was a great kick.
Oh, yeah, super, really nice kick. And then another shot here by James going back and forth. Hit it perfect. And we'll get back to Chris breaking the balls.
See, now there's the one right in the heart of the pocket. But
And he needs
unfortunately,
he got a
kicked,
kiss.
he got kicked down table, but the 2 came back down here.
Well,
so
that
he's
should
got
work out.
He's got finally a good opening shot. But yeah, that 1 went straight into the heart of the corner pocket.
Well, a little bit of a 5-6 combination in his future, but other than that, a very nice starting shot and open table here. I like that 7 ball he missed earlier, which is huge.
That was so uncharacteristic. He just I don't know, took his eye off it or didn't follow through enough, something.
Well, that's what I mean about this first shot. He needs to pay attention to these little angles that make things a hair more difficult.
Pay attention, yep.
Yeah. See, now he's forced to play this 4 with a little more cut and go 3 rails, which shouldn't be a problem.
But he should come right into the line of the 5-6.
Right, but if he had gotten a little better on the 3, he could just be knocking this 4 in with no problems.
Oh, maybe he's going to play it to the short side.
Well, it better go, because otherwise he'll be going into that 6 with the cue ball. And
He
good thing
overhit
the
that.
7's a little bit near the pocket, because he could easily make both of these.
And you called it.
Yeah, now the cue ball's going
Now
to
he's
have
going to
some
have to
speed.
let it go.
gonna make sure going that side pocket isn't really available, which it still may be. So it's gonna come one rail at the 9, I think. Is that right? Ooh.
Okay, got a nice little nudge there.
Very nice little nudge, almost a perfect.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's
He
overdue.
deserved one. Yeah,
he's
he deserved
overdue.
one.
He's had some pretty cold rolls. Not that James hasn't. James has played extremely well. But all right, on the board, 3-1. I'm looking around the arena and I see Julie Mason.
Yep.
Now, I believe her name is Comatini.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to figure out how long it's been since we've seen each other. And it's at least 30 years, we think.
Really?
Yeah.
30 years?
30 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. But it was really good to see her.
She lives in my area.
Yes, she does. She's a Texas gal.
Well, James really, I don't think he's given it 100, but he hasn't backed off the break, that's for sure. Really trusting flying the cue ball back past the side. Oh, got a little top on that one, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to end up with a shot. Not an easy one. He's got to cut the one quite a bit to either pocket. Most likely to the upper right. He's just got to figure out if he can gain position going that way. The 2 does it past the 9. I'm not really loving anything that way.
I'm looking at the paths of the cue ball, and I don't see how we can get on the 2.
Well,
easily.
not easily, that's right. And it's not quite sitting right to like run into the 2 or the 9
right,
either.
yeah.
So it's kind of like it's going past them naturally.
And then look at the 7. That's sitting a little funny, just below the side pocket.
And if he was real confident, he could
Play
shoot
one rail into it.
or
with inside.
he could do that,
knock
or
the
he could
7 out.
come out. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's hitting inside. Or is he hitting outside to cut it into the right-hand corner?
He's going in the right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Which I like, going in the right-hand corner, even if I have to hit it with a little inside to try and create something. But he may be trying to wrap the corner and trying to get for the 2 on the short side. Oh, he overcut it. Like he was trying to come here and get back for the short side, and this is going to work out.
Look at this. He's going to freeze on the 10.
Brutal.
Oh, boy. Wow.
A tough hit. Very tough hit.
Poor Chris. He shot up in the air, and
he will show his emotions, and he wears them on his sleeve a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that.
No.
I mean, if it's not something that's bothering a player overall or taking something away from their game.
Yeah. If he can't laugh, he'll cry, right?
Yeah.
Just
doesn't take much, right? To be for one thing to in our pool game, it's just a little bit here and there that really changes
makes
things.
the difference. Yeah.
And James, you can't say he's gotten lucky. I mean, he's been fortunate. We've all been fortunate.
Well.
He's played
yeah.
great.
Yeah. When you play great, you deserve.
You would
good
say
balls.
Chris is playing great as well. He's just been unfortunate. So yeah. A good thing about this is coming at it the way he's coming. If he hits it, there's a little chance to make it in that upper right-hand corner where he called it. Should be coming into that side of the 1. Now the good thing about this shot is he won't blast it, because if you hit the 1 full, you can knock it up on that side rail over there by the 7 and at least maybe live another day. So real big to get the hit there. Like that. You see how the 1's going?
Yeah.
It didn't turn out great, but any cut on there, he knocks it over to the side rail.
Yeah.
Big difference.
And people don't appreciate how good he is kicking to make contact, to make these good hits.
Oh yeah.
The knowledge that's required to.
Yeah, and then execution as well. So
right.
I think James is taking this on in the corner, just going back and forth. really comfortable right now. Kind of like the pocket, you know, when the stroke's so good, your timing's so good, the pocket,
bigger.
yeah, it seems like it's really huge.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll want to play. Well, he can play on the 7 in the upper corner if he wants with the 8, because he can cut the 8 from a lot of places. So
Yeah.
just depends. It'd be nice to move the 9 down a little bit here too, though. Oh, he had that angle. I thought he had.
On
Oh,
the
all
other
right,
side.
all right.
Yeah, I thought he was either straight in or on the wrong side. On the
Yeah.
wrong side to do that. He was. Now do you come up underneath the 7?
Well, that's what he's played for.
Yeah.
So you want to get a little angle. You don't want to be straight. And that's like perfect.
Yeah.
That's it. This is a shot you just hit a little bit above center.
Kelly hit a couple of these real good in her match to win the women's event.
Yeah, and this is again, just kind of like that medium speed. You don't want to baby it and you don't want to blast it. Oh, he caught the point.
Yeah.
Caught that first point. And a huge opening here for Chris Melling.
Yes. He left him a little tough.
Shouldn't be
it's
too
better than,
yeah, but he shouldn't be
he
too.
has a
Yeah,
shot.
if I had to bank it, I would be so happy.
Right.
Nothing to be
I
disgusted
think
about
you can
here.
just slice it in.
Oh my.
Oh
man.
no.
And really, that's just concentration there. That's letting a few things get to you. I think.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to maintain the way he normally plays, you know, but he's just the focus is off. Maybe he needs to take, you know, 1 or 2 extra practice swings, you know.
That was
settle
thin.
down.
It wasn't easy, but one I expect him to make at a very, very high level.
Yeah. Yeah. What a shame. Because I'd like to see a dogfight here.
Oh, I think we still will.
We still might.
You know, if the
Yeah.
the pool gods can punish you for mistakes, though. So James gets to break next. Oh boy, that's a really light there.
Yes.
And that's the error usually in pool, is the underhit. Usually
He almost looked like he was surprised, you know, that he
yeah.
that he didn't get there, you know. One
Should
of the
be
rare
okay.
shows of emotion.
Shoot this in the side, cut it in the side, and come 3 rails.
Yeah. And this is a lot tougher than the shot that Chris just missed, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. This one here can pull on you a little bit. I made it. It looks like
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, Chris got a reprieve. Might be the easiest shot that Chris has stepped up to since his finals began.
You're probably right. And that had a lot to do with James, really.
Yeah.
When James was really squeezing on him whenever he didn't have a shot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Making
All
things
right.
tough. So
Huge
gonna
game.
draw us to 3-2.
3-2. And Chris's break. If he can come with a break like he had last time.
Needs a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Yeah,
just really inconsistent collisions on the cue balls, on the cue ball on the 1.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the one tracked away from the pocket, the corner pocket that time.
Yeah, and you'll notice the cue ball had some top spin. It got kissed to slow it down from coming further down table. But
And I don't think he hit him nearly as hard as he has in the
well, he
past
didn't have
either.
the pop, the timing
it
of
sounded
the pop.
different, yeah.
I think that's from the top spin he had on the ball. Nice shot there. Now does the 3 pass the 6? If not, he'll probably choose for maybe one of the sides.
One of the side pockets.
I think he would like to come around for the corner, though. The corner really keeps you out of trouble if it's available.
He's not.
Okay, that's perfect. Or close.
Yeah, and you can just slide over for the 4 in the upper right-hand corner.
And again, all these racks really open up when you have the 5 not pinned on the back rail here.
Yeah.
Or up on the point or something. When the 5's accessible, going from this 3 to the 4, it makes things much, much easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I get the feeling that James is trying to become a better player while he's trying to win the tournament at the same time. That's awesome, if you ask me.
Absolutely.
Like he's trying to force himself to play it correctly.
To do it the right way.
Yeah, what he feels like is correct. And learn to trust that, even though he's in a situation that is, the highest situation we're going to have this week, which is the finals of the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the difference between the bar table and the big table, but I noticed that he goes around and looks at the shots more than he does when I've watched him on the stream in the bar box tournaments.
Well, I played him on the big table, like I said, a year ago, and he played fast through the entire tournament. And it was a big table event with a lot of great players. But like, he knows angles and stuff like that. What I'm saying is he's trying to figure out, all right, which one's the better one? Which one should I really be trying?
He looks at all the different options, yes.
Which is so impressive to me because he's thinking, trying to improve like that.
Well,
and a lot of people, a lot of people would say, "Oh, that might shark me. Let me not do that. Let me do that when I get home."
Yeah, when I get home.
But that's not really where it works as well to try and improve. So
that's right. That's right.
The ones that are really incredible at all sports are trying to do it while they're in action.
Field.
Yeah, exactly.
While they're in action.
Yeah, they're gonna. Hey, how am I ever gonna trust it unless I try it right there in the midst of
that's right.
And
that's a thing that is so. We all pretty much know. Even at our different levels, we all know pretty much what to do. It's the difference is the execution.
Sure.
But you have to trust is so important. Just to trust yourself. You've shot this shot 50 times, 100 times, 500 times. Just trust yourself that you can make it again. And what a difference that trust and that confidence in yourself makes.
Right. And what I've seen fundamentally, not only with James, but like Chen and of course Guy Young's always had it, but a very efficient loose stroke. I've seen a lot of loose strokes come from Asia.
Right.
You know what I mean? And quite honestly, like Bustamante is more tame than it used to be.
Right.
It's much more efficient, even though it's still got the pump in there, but it's a much more efficient stroke. And I don't know if he just naturally did that. I've tried to do that myself at times, you know what I mean, when I'm practicing, really become more efficient with the stroke, meaning leave everything that's not needed behind. And you know what I mean?
Right.
You still keep your personality in the swing, of course, and that's what's kind of scary when you look at a guy like James. He's got all the power, he's got all the ways to hit the ball, but he's so efficient at repeating it,
And at such a young age.
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe it's like other sports are becoming as well. It's a young man's sport. I think even more so today than it ever has been.
Yes.
And there's different reasons for that. But the game's changed a little bit, not along with the players evolving so well.
And the equipment and,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like,
everything has changed so much.
You can win without as much knowledge now, with so much talent and execution, because you don't have to necessarily break balls out or roll out quite as often and do a few things that are a little different in the game these days.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Almost like the super talented guys that are snooker players to begin with, or English 8-ball. It takes them a little longer, even though they're super talented, because they're trying to learn the game before they win. Where now it's a little different. like the templates and the equipment and everything, it makes it to where it's really a lot of break and run out game.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems when we get in the finals, things change. You seem to have some tactical battles.
Well, it's just
Trying to
because of the increased pressure of the
Trying to
finals.
come across this one. Okay, is this going to get on the 10? Ooh, he's shooting this.
Yeah, sure is.
I think maybe not. Maybe not. He's played pretty close to the vest, you might say.
If he hits this, he's going to open up the table if he misses it. And he's gone it.
Well, this will not be slow rolled either.
No,
Mary.
he's got to hit it firm, and the balls are going to really open up if he misses.
Well, you want to bet against him on this shot?
No, well,
okay. I know. Even when it's the super
even
tough
when it's
shots,
tough, how can you bet against this kid?
I got to bet on all the great players,
Yeah,
even when it's
absolutely.
tough. Wow,
Yeah,
he eased it in too,
wow,
trying
he
to play
didn't even-
safe as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, look at that. Even
What a
if he
great
missed
shot
it,
there.
wow, what a shot. Even Chris says, good shot.
Yeah, he hit it pure. Look at this. Watch this. We expected a little bit of a rocket here, like firm, but
yeah,
he
just
swished it.
pocket speed right in the hole
Yeah.
and took care of the cue ball.
And that puts us at 5-2.
An incredible player.
We'll see if Chris can get that much more flat hit on the cue ball instead
Yeah.
of that top spin he got on the
Right.
last one. And
Yeah.
what happens there is you pull the cue back and you just take off a little early, and the cue comes up a little earlier. Oh,
Oh,
my.
he got kicked in the side.
Now, did he compensate, you
But see,
think?
that one ball went straight back.
Well, he definitely hit it on that side, no
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
A little unfortunate to get kissed, but what happens is when you send it that way and it gets closer to the pocket, well, it doesn't take quite as much to send you in the pocket.
Right.
And this may be a 3-foul situation here.
Yeah, and the 5-10 looks like it's tied up.
I think the 5 passes in the left.
You
and
think?
With the 4 being there, I believe it does. I believe it does.
We got a side view here?
Yeah, it passes for
goes,
sure.
okay.
Once the 2 is removed. So you may
Yeah.
see him try to run out here because a 3-6 is a very doable combination.
Oh, he's deciding now.
He could really bury him, though, I tell you that. He could bank the 4 round and shove the cue ball right underneath that 3-6 pretty easily. I think he'll probably try and run out. Maybe not.
No, I think he's going to play safe.
Yeah. Just make sure he gets it clear of the 9. No, he may cut this in and come down table, Marion.
Just come down one
Okay.
rail.
All right, he's going to try and bank this
Yeah.
3 rails inside the 9
Yeah.
instead of going around
Bury
the
him
9.
between the 3 and the 6.
Don't want to catch the 9, though.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
that.
don't want to catch the 9. That's why. That's the reason why. You never know. You never know what might happen.
Rare show of emotion on James' face.
Yeah,
He talked
this
to
is
himself
like-
a little bit there on that one.
Forget about it. You ain't hitting this one, I don't think. I mean, you could cue it perfectly down and like elevate over to the 6 and go into that end rail and hit right before the 9 on the side rail, but whew, good luck. You'd sure like to take a stab at hitting this, though, right, Mary? Because
of course.
the 3-6 has still got to be shot, even with ball in hand. The 5 has got to be shot only in the lower left. So I'm really shocked you let the 1 hit the 9 there.
Well, I think he
Yeah, but I think he was aware of it.
he was surprised too.
So he's going to have to hit down on this, I believe, and get the cue stick out of the way to where he doesn't foul. Hit right before the side. Still get enough speed. All right, you can't hit top English. Top English, no good. You got to hit down on this ball. You got to hit like center. Excuse me. Great
Oh boy,
try,
he
though.
didn't miss it by much. Well, this could be the break that Chris needs.
This would be one of them. I think he's going to need possibly more than this, but definitely got to get started here. Let's see. Why is he going to the rail? Well, he's going to go 3. Okay.
Hit a little hard, no?
No, but above is where you want to be. But I'm wondering why he just didn't go straight to above right there. You definitely want to be above here, I think.
Like that? That much?
Yeah, there's a little more cut. He can draw
Yeah?
this, and
Okay.
he'll get a little ricochet on the 3 to the rail, I believe. Now,
Okay.
he's a little more, he's a little higher than ideal, but
Yeah, that's what I think.
he'll just draw out of this with like a straight draw, I believe. You don't want to roll it, I don't think. He went up and down. Okay. Well, he's going to need a little friendly bump, and I don't think it's going to get there. And really maybe a lot of movement on that ball and hand shot. It's one thing if it's necessary, but should be able to chip this 3, but I don't think he'll be able to put the 3 behind the 7, so it's all about the cue ball. Okay, that looks to be perfect. Now, is it going to get in the gap in between the 10? No. Now, the 7's got James cut off to what you would consider the most natural kick shot, to the right side rail before the side pocket, and then to the end rail, but the 7's in the way. The 9's a little in the way of natural going at it from the left side rail, so I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped at this.
You're right. Did he call this corner pocket down here for the bank?
Yeah, he called it down here, yeah.
Okay.
And he's got a lot of good things that can happen. I would go ahead and let the cue ball move around the table, meaning don't try to hold this one. Go ahead and let it move, and maybe the 3 gets out of there and the cue ball comes back behind these balls. And it gives you a better chance of making it like that. Maybe you get lucky somehow, like this. But that's really,
Wow.
I mean, it's luck. But
Yeah.
I mean, he played to bring the cue ball back near more balls, and that there's something to that. You know, if he just left it up there on the other end of the table, well, it's got nothing to get really snookered behind. The cue ball doesn't.
Yeah.
Pretty cold still, but
Yeah. You know, Chris is thinking, I got a chance here, you know, and then again.
well, he's got a nice little escape here if he can hit this well. He's got to hit it with a little bit of speed. Kick 2 rails at the right side of the 3 if you're looking at your monitor. Let the cue ball deflect off the 3 up into that 10. Maybe the 3 goes over towards the 7. You get a snooker that way. That's how I like that. That's how I would be attacking. He's going to call it because he wants to come across it a little bit, but from
Across
underneath.
the face of the ball?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but from underneath. That
Okay.
way you may deflect up into that 10 and you may get a snooker right here.
Okay.
Now the one bad thing about this is you're probably not going to hit it super hard. So if the 3 goes towards that 4, you may not get a rail. Cue ball may come up into that 10 and 5 and not get a rail either. Because he's going to try and play a bit of a witty shot here, I think, trying to get the snooker.
Boy, he's sure getting to display his kicking expertise during these matches.
And this is what happens a lot of times. You don't get a rail because you're really trying to creep that cue ball, and you hit the 3 really hard enough, but then it catches like the 4 ball or something like that. I like that, or either kicking flat at it to make it, calling it 1 rail, just kicking right at it. Either way.
Well, that's what I would do.
I think, yeah, that's not a bad play either. I mean, really, he could be very successful here. Great shot. Nice containing shot. That's all
nice
he
shot.
had, really. But you see the speed is what I'm talking about. Like, he
Right.
could have gone over and caught a piece of the 7 maybe and not got a
maybe
rail, or
not
got
got a
4,
rail, right.
yeah. That kind of stuff happens a lot.
Now, do you think he banks at 1 rail, or does he just hit,
No, he's
hit
just
the side of
nipping it.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
he's going to let it
go.
out, though.
He's let it go, and to a shot, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got a bank now. And this is laying pretty good, right?
Well, yeah, if he's got all the balls, you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
No, if he can
Oh, he
cut
might
it-
even cut it into the side off the 9.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a big mistake by James, letting that 3 leak out. Great shot. Oh, my goodness.
No,
Oh,
not the-
my goodness.
No, and that's what I would say, not the whip.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a
Well,
beautiful,
did we tell you
beautiful
about the
shot.
pool gods when you came to America?
Oh boy. Oh, wow. What a beautiful shot and what a horrible result.
Yeah, and really just a dead snooker. Really
Yeah.
can't even get by the 7 to the back rail and make the kick very easy.
You know, he's laughing because, you know, what can you do? You know, if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Ugh.
Is he going to call a side pocket? Is that what he's calling here? If I was going to call that, I think I would go 3 rails by the 5-10 and do that maybe.
He's going the corner down here. What kind of cue is that? It's very pretty. I've never really looked at his cue.
Well, it looks to be a Revo shaft, so
Yeah, it's a Revo shaft, but what's the butt?
I think maybe even a Predator as well. I'm not
You
sure.
think? Yeah, it's very pretty.
Okay, the one thing about this kick shot is you're probably hitting it with a making speed, meaning you're not blasting it because you need to be accurate with the 7 being there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all or nothing most likely.
Yeah.
You can't even really cross it over without getting a double kiss coming from that angle. So probably more of an easy speed. Wow,
Oh,
what a
boy,
shot.
what a shot. What a great shot. What a great shot. I've been waiting for him to make one of those.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot. He's still not out of the woods,
Well,
though.
look at this. Look at this one more time, and we'll get another look here shortly. But look at this right here.
Just snuck right past the 4. I mean, past the 7. Ugh.
And it was all or nothing for sure, and he just buried it like it was no problem.
Attaboy.
Wow,
What a
another
great shot.
It's not going to go down without swinging, that's
No,
for sure.
That's right. He's making my heart pound here.
Thriller. It's a thriller all of a sudden.
Great out. Great out.
Really a great out.
He just looked at me and grinned.
Maybe the out of the tournament. And we'll catch
If
this
this was
again
the
on
old days, I
two-reeler
would
here.
have been Chris's ear man in this tournament.
Yeah, look at this 2-reeler here on the 4.
What a shot.
Wow, perfect speed with the kill
Yes.
spin.
Yes. And then followed by the bank.
Yeah, then the bank cross side.
Rifled it in. Boom.
Forces the cue ball right through.
Yeah, what a brilliant shot.
Yeah, now we're at 5-3 on a player timeout. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, quick break. James is racking the balls. He had a real uncharacteristic miss in the last game, giving Chris Melling an opportunity to get back into the match. That was a huge game there. It would have been 6-2. What a great kick. You know, I saw him pull off a few kicks like that in Derby City this past winter. And I've been waiting the whole match for him to come with one of those. And boy, he hit it right on the money. And then followed by just a fabulous bank and got out behind it. Okay, big break. Pocketed a ball. And I don't believe he has a clear shot. Yeah, he doesn't have a clear shot on the one. Does he play the combination? It looks awful tough. It's off angle. Well, he played a safety, but I think he let the ball leak out. Okay. All right, the tables have turned a little bit. I don't think he can hit a full ball. Well, maybe he can. I don't know. It's hard to tell from here.
He can hit a lot of it, but I don't think he can kill it behind the two, can he?
Yeah, I guess he could.
Oh, great shot there.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. Really using a lot of control on the mass eight, getting a real full hit. You may see...
Might see a jump?
Yeah, I think so, maybe. You can call it straight back, maybe, on the one even. I don't think he can get to the good side of the 10, maybe. Yeah. But I think he can call the bank and maybe force the cue ball through the 10 a little bit, maybe trying to get some cover on the 8-9. The cut should take him into the bottom piece of the 10 where the cue ball still should come over here. He's calling the 1. Okay.
Yeah, he's looking to see. You see, what is he figuring?
He's going to have to adjust.
Oh, he is figuring the kick. Okay, I thought he was going to jump it. I was wondering, what are you figuring? What are you looking at there? Okay, so he's just calculating where he had to hit on the rail.
Yeah, now coming across it that way, I may call the 10 because you can throw the 10 in off the top side of the 1 with some speed. Like, ooh, he almost cut it in.
And he almost cut it in backwards.
And he's going to get a roll.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah. I mean,
he's allowed to get one once in a while.
For sure. And he's going to get a makeable kick shot. This one, if it got frozen, makes it very difficult. About 50-50 on this shot, I would say. Maybe even a hair of a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Just center ball, trying to really just kind of make a mirror angle at the 1. Oh, didn't stand up.
6-9 get
no, 6
tied
goes.
Up,
No,
6
goes.
Okay.
6 goes.
All right, well, the worm may be turning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he wants to get a little angle here on the 2 ball, though. So guess because he can reach it better, he's drawing out of there, I guess. And he'll play the 3 easily in the side. Needs to pay attention to getting on the 5, though. Okay, so getting on the 3 is kind of important. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about as far as now he's going to have to force the ball.
Up table, maybe?
Well, he's even falling away from it that way, so he needs to fall either straight on it or behind it just ever so slightly. So should be okay. Should be able to throw this in and hold below the 5, you know, a little bit behind it near the rail.
Right.
He needs at least straight, though, and he almost got ideal here. He just wants to pull this back to the headstring. Oh, that's way light.
Yeah.
That is way light. And I'm really shocked there. I mean,
yeah, I think he wanted to go another few inches.
Oh, I think more like a foot. He could have drew into almost straight in on the 6, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to do.
Now he's got to make a tough shot. Really nicely done.
Nothing to it.
Now, does he get on this rail? Is he going towards the side? Is he okay?
I think he's okay.
All right. So I guess he'll just play easily for the 8 in the lower right. Okay, he's near that side, though.
Yeah, he was close to it, but he was okay. Yeah, he's going to make sure he pulls it back that time.
Ooh,
boy.
nice shot, nice shooting.
Yes.
And a great out.
Okay, pulling within 1.
And now get to break the balls.
And breaking, yeah.
We'll see if this break improves. Really, besides getting some unfortunate rolls,
he's playing great.
It's been, well, I was going to say, it's been just the break that you could say I could have done better, I think, if you're Chris Melling.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, I guess he just really likes that side of the table because
yeah, he hasn't changed his
James
position
is having
either.
yeah, James has had great results from the other side, so. Oh boy, there's that one that really
one
cost
rocketing
him.
to the
but
corner.
the cue ball really got close to that side pocket. And what's the 7
here
gonna
comes
do?
the 7 surrounding him. Wow. Well,
He might say
can
he
you
was
jump? Can you jump when it's that close? When you don't have a full ball?
I don't think that's an option.
Yeah. I remember
really
Sammy
don't,
jumping those with his shaft years ago.
Yeah.
Remember?
That would be like a last resort thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's just awful.
I'm trying to figure out where he can roll out to that really gives him a chance. He could roll out just clipping the right side of the 3 if you're looking at your monitor and letting the 3 rest on the rail and let the cue ball just ever so slightly fall on the rail, meaning where he's really got to he's really challenging James. Now he wants the exactly. He wants the cue ball to get a little further, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And anywhere else would really give James too many options, meaning you can't give James the easy safety option in this spot. You can't roll out to, all right, well, I didn't leave him a shot, but he's going to bury me. You can't have that. So you'd rather roll out.
a little bit of an angle, so he's going to follow it.
You got to roll out to the challenge. Now, I would have liked to have gotten him on the rail with the cue ball. That would have been very important to me, but I don't think James can afford to pass it, though.
Is the 4 in his way?
Well, possibly. I was going to say he could even cross corner this ball and be aggressive going at it with a high left ball and come straight down the table at the 3.
I think the 4 might be in his way if he follows it.
Well, I'm really shocked he passed it. I would have had to survey any types of safeties involved. That's for sure.
Well, Chris didn't waste any time getting down on it.
No, he's like, this is my bread and butter.
Oh boy, he hit the pocket. And the 4 was not a problem.
This is going to work out for James. Now, I think he can see it. I believe he can see it. Maybe not. If he can see it, he's probably going to have to draw into the 3. I don't think he can afford to go around with the 6 and the 10 and all those and the 4 being there. I think he'll have to draw into the 3. Or go into the 3. Yeah, exactly.
Bump it up.
And real nice.
And
just
he came out nice because now he just floats down for the 4, I think, right?
Right, and the great thing about that is that even if he didn't come out nice, he hit it with a speed where the 3 wasn't going to get away from him. He was going to have options. Just like when you break balls out. Unless you have like a cluster, you know, like big cluster. If you're just breaking 2 balls out, you should almost be able to always find a way to go into them with no more than medium speed and break them. You know what I mean? You should go into
you don't want to smash them open.
Right. A lot of times you don't want to lose control of the cue ball. Maybe sometimes even those object balls. But you'll see the great players whenever they're really thinking well that even when they got to break balls out, it's not a heavy speed they put on the cue ball.
Yeah,
he's falling bad here.
Yeah, he's straight in, I believe.
And a little unfortunate, just because he came straight down the table and he had to pretty much stop there. If he goes an inch further, he's fine. An inch short.
Or a half or an inch sooner.
Yeah. So look, that's the kind of the unlucky one when you get straight in right there. And the main problem, another reason is because the 5 only goes to one pocket.
To one pocket, yep. He's going to try and draw his way out of it.
Okay, I'm surprised he didn't stay a little bit further behind it.
Yeah, why
where
did
he could
come
chip
over
it.
here?
Yeah, where he could chip it and go back behind them balls a little easier.
Yeah.
Now he's looking at banking the 5 down and I think letting the cue ball run into the back of the 9 and maybe letting the 9 carry the safety, meaning holding the cue ball up behind the 6 maybe. I don't know. He could cut the 5 into the 9 and go up and down the table trying to get behind the 8 and the 7 and the 10. That's very doable. I mean, it's a little dangerous. It's easy to let it go off in your hand a little bit and scratch one rail right in that corner. So, but he didn't leave the natural angle to clip the ball and go anywhere with the cue ball.
I thought he would have stayed more in the center of the table.
Yeah.
That way he gives himself more options.
He knows if he knocks the 5 down table, it's very imperative he gets the hook because if he doesn't, if he doesn't with that wall over there, he knows there's big trouble. He playing the 10? He's playing the 10. I don't blame him.
Wow.
Almost. I don't blame him. If he didn't have to cut it quite so much. Ooh. He wasn't far from it.
Another 2 inches to the right, and he had pocketed it real well. Got a nice result.
Yeah, he's
kissed off the ball nice.
He's made it very difficult to hide the cue ball and contain the 5.
Chris is probably thinking, well, at least I can hit it this time. I can see it.
He could kick behind it, and he could kick behind the ball and slide the cue ball towards behind the 8-10, but that's tough too. I'll tell you, I don't like anything about anything. That's why you're seeing him get offensive.
I think he's going to cut it in.
Yeah.
I think he's going to cut it in and go up and down. Might even use a little bit of inside to keep the line. He's calling it.
Well, he overcut it. Now, is the cue ball going to get a collision, or is it going to run safe?
No, he'll escape it.
Well, yeah, this is much easier, though, to hide the 5.
He can see about 80% of the 5 ball.
Yeah, well, that's enough to run the cue ball safe.
Yeah.
There is a little window there for a rail first, so he'd like the 5 to get up a little bit as well, so he'll want to catch it as thick as he can while he still hides it. He wants to get it up away from the pocket like so. And that's perfect.
That's good. That's very good.
And the 6
and
is
the 6 is blocking the 2 rail kick. Wow. Or 3 rail kick, I guess. That's a big 6.
Yeah, the 6 is in a huge spot.
Yeah.
And you'll notice to the left of it is the side pocket. So he can bend the ball and hit before the side and try and create a lot of speed going in 3 rails to the back of the 5. But I'd sure like to be able to hit it natural so I could get a little more speed on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 is in his way. Or the side.
And that's the thing about if he has to curve it around the 6 some, he's going to lose being able to put much speed on the ball.
No, he's calling the lower left-hand corner pocket.
So he's going to bend it. Yeah, he's putting a lot of speed on it. Wow.
Boy, he hit it pretty good. He hit it pretty good. Boy, he almost
effort.
Made it. Wow. I'd almost give an arm to be able to kick as well as he does. Then I'd be the greatest one-handed player.
Right. It's pretty ideal there.
Yeah.
He's got to pay attention. You'll see the 8 doesn't pass the 10, or maybe it does. It's real close.
It's close. I think he has to, well, he may be able to slide it down the rail, but I think he's just going to shoot both balls in the same, well, maybe not.
Have to draw out to the center of the table, it appears.
Yeah. He wants to shoot him in the same pocket.
And that's ideal.
Yeah. Now I just bring it back to the middle of the side rail.
Yeah, and go ahead and come on down. Yeah, you come down a little bit. You'll notice the 10's very easy over the side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, don't flirt with scratching or anything like that, but go ahead and get.
Oh boy, he hit that a little rough.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a long day for these guys, a long week.
Yeah, you can see the especially in Chris's face, you can see that he's
fatigue,
tired.
yeah.
He's tired. Yeah. And he's nearly twice as old as this James.
Is he?
Yeah, well, I think he's 40 or 41.
Oh, okay.
And James is, what did you say, 22?
Yeah, maybe 23, maybe.
Yeah.
He's 26.
20, he is that old? He's 26
That
years
old.
old. I didn't realize he's a baby. Well, I looked like I was 12 when I was 26, too. Well, he's younger than he appears. So Chris could be his big brother.
I don't know. We got back, was at a 5-2 deficit now, 6-4.
I was sneaking up on mid-match here. And this is where every mistake seems to me to magnify.
Yeah, well, you definitely remember him a little more
Yeah, more recent.
for some reason. All right, hit those well.
As usual.
Yeah, really just one shot again away. Well, the 6 got a little bit over there, but you'll notice the 5 is just right there over the side pocket. And the thing is, when you're making 2 or 3, the outs become so much easier because there's not so much traffic. Obviously, you're not shooting as many balls in. That's one thing, right from the get that's on your side. But just really, you can find, if you're getting that open shot, you can find a lot of paths and a lot of safe areas to play position. So really, it's just his first shot. He's trying to gather himself, hey, how do I knock this one in? And if he's got to come across and play the 4 in the corner, that's okay too. If it's laying natural, to just come across in between the 7 and 6. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to force getting for the side pocket. Like so, yeah. And it laid more natural, and it was much more comfortable for him to shoot it that way. So now he just holds the ball up, and he has a natural angle to go around the balls to get to the 6, meaning the 8, 9, and 10.
Right, come underneath. think you want to get fairly straight on the 6.
Yeah, you just want that
get the
light
6
bump
off
off
the
the
rail.
third cushion, just
Right.
that light one. Just ever so slightly, like so.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when they start to say you have it on a string.
Mm-hmm. I swear I was just thinking the same thing.
We got to stop that.
Yeah. Our minds have to stop meeting like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a married man, Mary.
Yeah, that's all right. So am I. I'm not married, but I'm firmly attached.
There you go. Okay, he's just got to pull the ball with a little bit of angle, so he'll add a little bit of left English, not much, just a little bit, just to send the cue ball towards the 8. Now it's just okay. Got a little straight.
Yeah, a
so
little straight.
now this he's going to check the side, but he may end up drawing this but he remembers he drew light on a ball earlier, so he's going to remember that. I don't think he's going to err on the short side on this one.
No, if anything, he'll overdraw it.
Right. And that's usually your good zone, safe zone is the overdraw. It usually doesn't go off in your hand too much.
Right.
And normally you play broader positions, so you allow a little bit of an overhit just naturally. And another nice out here to get it to 7-4. And a lot of heat on Chris now.
Mm-hmm.
Which Chris has really had the worst of the heat, I would say anyways, meaning just some unfortunate
Oh,
things.
absolutely. Absolutely. That 7 ball that he missed early in the match, in the second set, that was really unfortunate. And he's been playing catch up ever since.
Right.
But you know, when you're just not getting any breaks and you're fighting for your life, and you know, everything seems to compound. And and even the simpler
going towards
shots,
that side
keeps
again.
going towards the side.
And you'll notice just much different layouts as a whole.
Yeah.
Like the 10 ball, it's gotten knocked around a few times up table.
Yeah, how did it even end up there? Usually it's right down here around where it's racked.
Right. Can he get out this one to make it? If he can, that's just huge. Oh, he can. Okay. I love it when the balls are tricky, because he's going to try and get out. If he can get to this 3, he's going to try and get out with a bank on the 4, I believe. Now he's going to have to really show off the stroke here, Mary.
Yeah.
Now, is that a big pocket on the bank cross side on the 3?
Yeah, he's got sideboards with the 6.
I don't know if the 6 is really helping or hurting.
You know, yeah, I don't know. I think it helps.
Tell.
I think it might help.
Okay, this is top inside English. Be a sweet shot to watch if he can execute it. Wow, what a great stroke. And that's what I meant. He's going to let the stroke out.
Yeah, what a beautiful, smooth. Nice and smooth. Beautiful.
Yeah, and don't do anything tricky here. Maybe the billiard's on. It looks like the billiard is on the 4-6 to me. It looks like it's a pretty easy shot. And there's nothing over the spot to you know, you can knock the 4 out to where you play the 4 in the opposite corner. So I wouldn't play for the bank here, I don't believe. I believe the carom shot on the 4-6 is okay.
Look at this, and he's going to hook Chris.
No, he didn't hook him, but
okay.
yeah, the carom is makeable from there, but I think he's going to attack cross. Oh, he's cutting it. Okay, he can get at it.
Down the rail. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he must be able to.
Wow.
Oh, he hit
great
it
shot.
Beautifully. Oh, look at this. Come on, bounce off.
Oh,
I know you're not supposed to root for a player, but you know, I'm rooting for a good match.
Oh, yeah. Now you'll see the 7 is still got a little work as well with the 10 being there.
I didn't let that one roll off.
No, not at all. You get to where you can move the cue ball on this?
I think so. I think he can go and follow it with the with inside. And,
yeah, but it's so close to the rail and so full. What he's afraid of is the cue ball is going to stall on him if he the ball. You know, if you had a little more cut on this ball, that would make things a lot easier. Yeah. I think so. That's what he's a little. That's what worries you on this shot.
Tell. You're more behind it.
He's going to jam it in, is what he's going to do, and draw over.
Drawing it.
Yeah, he's going to probably catch a little of that right point.
A beautiful shot.
Nice shot.
What a beautiful shot.
Draw into the 10. Just what was it?
Oh boy,
why didn't he just soft draw into it? Just ever so.
I don't think he thought he was going to. Well, maybe he had no. We couldn't see it. He might have laid the way he chose.
Well, he might just feel like shooting him a little harder right now.
Yeah, he might want to get his arm loosened up.
Yeah. Went up and down there when probably not needed, but not a bad choice though. Yeah. That's kind of a preference thing there. Yeah. Plenty of table to work with.
Very nice. Okay, pulling within 2, 7-5. James Aranas.
Yeah, and we'll get a look at a couple of these shots real quick. Look at this 4-ball he cuts in.
Yeah, he sure didn't let this one.
No room for error with the 6 being there.
And it hit the rail immediately.
Yeah, but it was a shallow angle.
But it was a shallow angle, yeah.
And then we got a 5-ball cut shot here as well.
Yeah, he didn't let this one roll off, did he? He just rifled this one.
No, this one hit dead center, by the way. Well, a little bit of the rail.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not
this
much
is the
at all.
shot that
not much at all. And then he's got
the 6-ball shot.
Yeah, the
was,
6 powering
nice,
it over. Yeah,
snatched it right over there.
And he had to be accurate,
and
hitting the ball
dead
hard.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, with inside, killed off the rail. Beautiful.
And while we're looking at that, we'll get a look at something a little grander. Over there, filled inside those trophies.
That's the cheese in the barrel there.
Is that the real money they put out there?
Cash.
Okay,
that's real cash.
Okay,
$100 bills.
That's not gift shop money,
nope,
right there?
That's $100 bills.
Okay.
That's real cheese.
That's pretty sweet.
Yes, it is.
Put that out there just to upset the rest of us just a little bit more. Set.
Yeah.
So.
No, we could have been contenders.
Yeah, that's right. All right, James. Oh, wow. Okay, got a little top English on it. And got a nice kiss. Is he going to end up with a shot? He's not elevated, but he's got a tough one, that's for sure. He's got options, though, with that 2-5-6. He could bank the 1 over below the 6 and let the cue ball just bounce off the side rail. Out in the middle, you'll see there's really no way to get to anything straight at it if you put the 1 behind the 6. I think he's probably going to shoot.
Cut it down the rail. How do you keep yourself from scratching in the opposite side over here by the cue ball?
Well, you can put a hair inside, but the main thing is put a good stroke on that top English. That will help.
Top English will keep it
exactly.
Out of the side? Okay.
You can make it still go forward a little bit. Now, if you blast it, that's not the case. That's why I didn't see him blasting it right there.
It.
Needs a kiss. Needs a kiss. Oh, and it got a kiss, but not a great one.
Not a good one.
Chris has still got to be happy, though.
He likes it. He likes it.
Yeah,
he likes it. At least he's not shaking his head this time with
no he's just going to lay him down behind the 6-ball here with the cue ball. And the key is really contain the 1 because you want to have multiple balls for him to have to jump over just in case you leave the jump shot.
Right.
Okay, you don't want him just jumping over 1. Now, he didn't leave any, which is great.
That's nice.
But you know what I mean. If you lay him behind the 6 and the 1 comes out a little bit, the guy's got the jump for the corner, which is when you're playing call shot is a viable way to play a little bit more jump cue because you have to call anything you're coming out of a kick shot, a masse, any of those. You got to call it. So I think the jump cue has a little more value even in the call shot.
One rail, called it in the side.
Yeah. Wow.
Made it.
Meanwhile,
wow.
Yeah, Chris is like, are you for real?
Wow. What a great shot.
Yeah, hit it perfect. And he's trying to see, what am I doing? Try to get closer to this 5 ball drawn back. Am I involving the 6? If I am, I probably want to stay clear of it. He can kill the ball. He doesn't have to come back much to be able to hold the ball for the 6, I think. Maybe, what, 3-4 inches?
That's what I think, yeah. Just a little nip draw.
Oh, he went into it. Did he get there?
Did he get it out of the way?
Ooh, barely.
He did. Wow.
He just did a big swallow. I was looking at his face, a big gulp. The 7-Eleven big gulp right there.
Yeah.
But that's another sign of a great player, if you ask me, to take chances in certain situations,
right.
you know.
Because that just made the shot, the run out easier.
Yeah.
You know, he was successful and made the run out so much easier.
Right, and what it is just, like I said, taking chances at the right times. What we call maybe a talented player that's a little bit needs some more knowledge is one that takes chances all the time or a little too often,
right.
You know. But the great players and
know when to take.
You know when to. Hey, here's the time. Let me try and make a great shot.
But meanwhile, I mean, you know, kicking the 1 ball on the side, it's not an impossible shot as we've seen. But you know, how many times do you think he'd make it out of 10? You know, and get pretty much great shape on the 2 ball.
Right, it worked out,
it worked out.
But you'd be amazed at how many times out of 10 they'll threaten that pocket on the 1 ball. Like they're hitting it well a lot.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's why you want to be there live when it happens.
Yeah, you be the one doing it, not the one who.
Right. Now at 8-5, this is.
You know, and
desperado time as far as no mistakes.
Yes.
And he's got to rely on a few mistakes from James.
And the thing is, you know, he's only behind a couple of games, and if he would have played.
Oh, he's played great. He
might even be winning the match.
Yeah,
you know, as well as James is playing.
He's got to be happy with the play. Now he's changed sides.
Finally,
okay, now I like it. I mean, it may be too little too late, but I like at least the attempt of it. Now he still went towards that side pocket, and he's going to end up dry again. And
still didn't make anything.
He's going to pull some more hair out, but golly, that's amazing.
Yeah, he just can't get his brake working for him.
Now James is in a little funny spot. It's not a hanger to get the 1 back down table and behind the 2 by any means. You'd like to be able to throw it on the 1 when you banked it down table on the left side of the 3, if that's possible. I think he's really going to try and let the stroke out going through the 1 ball and really killing the cue ball behind the 2, you think, with a high right ball?
Boy, I don't know. It seems like it's tough.
Well, it's tough, and the 1's probably going to have some speed on it. And we saw a little while ago when he played safe and he knocked the 1 in off the 9 and buried himself behind the 3 and the 6. So this is a funny situation. Tell you what, the carom isn't laying horrible.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you
about.
On
the 7, yeah, it's not laying horrible at all. I mean, you're a little bit behind it, but it's laying pretty nice. But the thing is, cue ball's going to be coming up this right side rail, and where's the 1 going to be going for you? The 9's there, so I'd sure like to find a hook right here. Just something simple. Yeah, even if I leave a nice jump shot, as long as it's not in front of the pocket.
Right.
He may end up calling. Yeah, he's calling the 7. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It looks like to me now you don't want to totally ease it, but you can't blast it either. Okay, he kind of let up on it a little bit though, but that's all right. Oh
look
boy!
At this! Look at this! Look at this! So that's that last little twitch. That last counter revolution got him.
It's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, we finally got a smile out of him.
Yeah.
This is absolute torture.
And he's got to kick 3 rails behind this, you would figure.
Yeah.
Coming by the 9, the right side rail, in rail, and right where he's pointing his cue there.
Boy, I can think of a few of the guys in the old days that would have broken their stick in half by now with these rolls.
Yeah. Well, for a couple sets, it's been pretty one-sided on the things that are you kind of out of control. You know, like the things that are out of the player's control when you miss how the balls lay sometimes. And so.
All right, here we go.
It hadn't been one-sided on the great play, though. They both played well.
They both played great.
Okay, he's really sent the cue ball in a nice place. Now, is the one going to just leak right over again?
Of course not.
And he's got a shot. I think the one goes by the.
I think he does.
But people don't realize how great a hit that was, and very controlled, trying to keep the cue ball on the left side of the table and knocking the one to the right side. So I think James has this in the corner. He may have to pad the 2, or he may elevate.
Yeah, he's hitting it with center ball.
Yeah, and going by the left side rail, end rail, back up to the center of the table. Yeah. And not really pounding it. Ooh, he caught the 2. He didn't expect to catch the 2.
Yeah.
Because that really opened up a possibility of scratching coming off that side rail.
Yeah. But meanwhile, it's not that tough a shot now. And
no, it's just all about position.
Can he come
I think he can
to the end rail and up and play the 3 in the same side of the table?
Maybe. I think he's just going to float underneath the 3 is what I would be.
One rail and come up and shoot the 3 in the other side of the corner.
Kind of spin your ball where you're going towards the 8 with the cue ball off that first rail. Put like maximum right English. Like that.
Yeah,
and just kind of float into position, whether it be the corner.
Okay.
And the line he took, you're never really getting hooked. Meaning if you go into the 8, you have 3 in the corner. So
there you go. Okay.
Yeah, keep it when it's in a touchy situation, just simple as you can. You know, when you don't have many options, usually the first one that appears is usually correct.
Yeah, your first instinct for sure. Yeah, I found that to be the case.
I mean, he's gotten a few breaks on misses, but like that shot wasn't easy. He hasn't really missed hardly any open shots. You know, it was he was trying to carry him from a situation. The reason why he played the carom is because the situation was so difficult.
Right.
So now he's funny. He would have liked to have had a little more angle. I wouldn't doubt if he shoots this in the corner.
In the corner. Yeah. Goes across the table.
That way he doesn't really have to contend with the 9 so much. Now he's going to try and pop it to the end rail and spin over. He needs a little of that spin.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, now this is the and you could pull it off the rail very easily. So he'll just come, he won't flirt with the 9. He'll just come out to the center about where he's at now, coming straight across. You can't get great on with the 9 being there. You can grade on the 7 like what's ideal, because then that involves getting snookered. Unless you draw into the 9, that's okay too. Ooh, ooh. Got a lot of the rail on that one.
Well, see, that's the way I visualize the shot.
Going in?
Coming across like that, because now he can...
No, I like that, the way he played it. I'm just saying the 6 ball came off the rail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching the cue ball.
Cue ball, yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the way I visualized the shot.
Here again is you don't want to overhit it, but stay off the rail. You can manage a lot of things if you stay off the rail, and he did great there.
Well, the rails are so lively and the table so fast that if you can just get to the rail, you usually can get off it.
Yeah, right.
You know, unless you're with it.
Right. Really nice stroke there. That was made that look easy.
Yeah, and it really isn't.
No, that wasn't. Not to overdo it and get up steep on the 9, or really kind of let off your stroke because you're a little worried, and you kind of just stay over here in the like where his head is at right now, with a much.
that's the thing that I was talking about before with this Chen Siming. Hits that low ball shot like he just shot very well. Both of them hit it very well. 9-5.
9-5 and breaking. No. I wonder why. I guess I haven't really seen Chris shoot with a closed bridge at all, right? Has he shot with a... Well, I can't remember.
You know, I never really noticed. I know he shot a lot with an open bridge, but I don't think...
Well, he breaks with an open bridge for sure, and I'm wondering why. It seems like to me you can't quite get as much power because the cue stick wants to come up a little easier with the open bridge. A lot easier, actually.
I shoot a lot with an open bridge than I ever did.
Yeah,
and I find I pocket, but I don't know about my I don't break with an open bridge.
No.
But then I break off the rail, so I don't break from the center of the table because we play 9-ball.
Cue ball's going to get trapped. Now what's the ball going to do? Tough situation. He's going to have to roll out down here somewhere, I believe. Don't think he can roll out on the end of the table where the cue ball's at now. Leave too many offensive options, I believe. Maybe not.
This is one of the few times in these 2 sets that he doesn't have a shot, where where he can't see the ball.
Yeah, he's going to have to challenge Chris. That's all he can do. Just leave it tough. I don't think Chris is going to do anything but go down shooting right here. He can shoot it in the lower left-hand corner and drop below the 2 for the 2 in the upper corner. He could play a safety here as well.
Played a safety.
Okay, is it going to be any good though? It's close.
Yeah, it's borderline. It's not as good as it could have been.
We'll get a look here as soon as James... He'll probably go take a look at the kick shot. Okay, he's a little bit snookered. But really he should be able to get the 1 ball on the end rail. The one's close enough to the side rail. He should be very accurate going into the end rail. Going into the side rail with the 1 and then the end rail. Like so, and he drew the cue ball back behind.
Well, he froze that ball on the rail and made it real tough to jump.
Very tough. He should still be able to do it with the cues, the jump cues these days. Well, he's grabbed his playing cue. Wow.
No, it's his jump cue. No, it is his playing cue. Wow.
He should be able to still dig this ball enough, I think, because you don't have to hit him near as hard with the jump cues these days.
No?
No.
Well, I guess I have to try some of the new jump cues.
Yeah, you don't like the dart. How hard can you hit it, you think, with when you just go dink?
I can't do that.
But I'm saying I'm not any good at it either.
Yeah,
but
I can't. I don't know how they do it. They go like that, and I just go thud.
Yeah, steady.
Yeah.
Well, he kick at it 1 rail this way. He definitely wants to just go 1 rail right into the face of the 1. He could double kiss it in. Unfortunately, he could scratch here too behind it or in that corner. Like, I'm way accurate on these if I ease the kick shot in and just take the shot from there. But whenever I try to add a bunch of now, my kicking becomes way less accurate. So he and I are on the same page there that I'm going to make that at a high rate if I just smooth that ball in and take the shot from where I'm at.
Take the shot from where you lay, yeah.
Rather than trying to create something that's not really there. And I into these balls here, just because I'm leveling out on a 2-ball. I'm not having to dig on the cue ball. I'm not having to really try and create something that's not there again. Just go ahead and take your chances going into these. Okay, great shot.
Yes, it was.
Talk about a guy that gets out from nowhere.
He's
Knock
incredible.
on wood. I'm not trying to put it on him right here, but okay, that needs
Such
to go.
a beautiful pure stroke.
Yeah, great shot. He's gotten a little thin here too, so he likes to draw. Timing's got to be nice. Can't overhit it. Okay, he spun it out of there. Okay, nice shot. Yeah, and diamonds I've always found when they're on the rail, they want to come off the rail a little easier than gold crowns in my opinion. But you can make it slide down the rail on a diamond easier than a gold crown.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird
Yeah,
how it works.
it's
It's
like a
just like,
trade-off.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it exactly, but
Yeah.
like a lot. Okay.
Okay, Chris says not so fast.
Yeah, with the back just almost dead planted against the wall. What an out he's made here, kicking the one in, then making a long distance 2-ball. These fans want to see more pool, that's for sure. Look at this shot here on the 1. Just almost perfect. I mean, it really was perfect.
Yeah.
Getting the cue ball off the rail, using every bit of the pocket, and then we'll step to the 2-ball here that he just leveled out. It looked like it hit the center of the pocket when I saw it. Boom.
Sure did. And look, he hit that 9 full in the face, and it didn't even budge. He hit it just perfectly so it didn't budge.
Yeah, caught a little bit of the 6 coming off the 9, and it just held right there for the 3. But
Yeah. All right, he needs to break him good here.
now is he going to go back to that where he started? Okay, he went back to his
Back to
original.
original.
Now here's that closed bridge. That's what I'm talking
There
about.
you go.
Now we're cooking. I like that. Well, he must not like that because.
It's raining balls.
Well,
though.
we got a 10-ball action
You're
here
110.
that I think he's going to go for the carom here.
Well, it's laying. Looks like it's laying pretty good.
Yeah, just a high ball hit.
I remember I made one of those once for the match. It was
Probably more than
Houdini,
once,
Well,
I
no,
would
this is, it was a pretty tough combination, but it was laying just right where I just had to pretend the 10 wasn't there.
Now the key to this one is don't overhit it. You kind of got to smooth it in as well, I believe. Now is he playing the 10? Yeah, just kind of smooth it in, and you
Is he
hit the
playing the
top of it.
billiard?
I think so. Yeah, like so.
Oh,
All right, he hit it way
fat.
thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's going to get away from him.
Yeah.
Everything doable here, though. It's just a matter of getting this first one down. When you're feeling good, you just knock this in and pull the cue ball 2 rails around the 10 to the left side of the table.
Yeah.
For a shot on the 3, you'll notice the 4 goes in the upper corner with no problems. All right, well, I didn't hear him call anything, so it makes me think he's playing safe.
Playing safe.
Cutting the 1 down table on the 9 and coming back. Okay, that went too far with the cue ball. A little far with the cue ball. I really liked his decision making there, though. A little far with the 1 as well. He wanted the 1 a little bit more. 7 was blocking. He's like, oh boy, I got to ease this ball.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
I might play the 3. If I don't like it, I might play the 3, try and come off the 1 with a little draw on him. What's he trying to do? Float behind this 9 and 3?
I think so.
Wow.
Just barely hit the edge of it and get right past it. No, he missed the whole ball.
Yeah.
See, I he could see that much of it. And I was thinking to just kick one rail to the end rail and just bump the one up behind the 4.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I
tried to do that.
I definitely didn't like easing the ball like that. That's for sure.
Yeah. And he made
referee here, if he's setting the cue ball that close to the now he may just draw out of it, elevate the cue and draw back to the rail and then have the 3 ball. But he wants to get full on the 3. That's the thing. The 4 doesn't pass the 9. So you want to be full on the 3 to shoot the 4 up in the upper corner. I'm getting a referee. Just the case here. Okay, he punched it.
Yeah.
Great shot.
I don't know if he got it out. Did he
He don't have to. He can kill his ball enough.
No, I mean, did he get the 4 out so it would clear the
maybe,
9?
Maybe. But I'm saying he does. If he doesn't want to, he can kill his ball here on the 3 and take a little bit of an angle on the 4 with no problem now.
Yeah.
I think the 4 is open though, so he needs to pay attention on his speed. Don't get over top of the 7 or behind it, obviously. Nice shot. Nice shot.
A ball though. Just cinch it.
Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely wanted to get off the rail because he's got to play short side. Now, he could have drawn into the 8 there.
Yeah, I thought that, well, maybe
but bad things could have happened.
Yeah,
he could have knocked the other
just
point.
Figured since he was elevated.
And if you overdraw it and you catch the 8 full, you plant the cue ball on the rail. And that's the one that you really hate.
Right.
And you're like off angle on the 7, and you got to shoot off the rail. So he's going to let his stroke out drawn to the end rail and back up towards the 8. Great timing there. Just perfect, I think.
And I think he can cue it well between the rail and the 9.
Mm-hmm.
That was important. Yeah.
Still okay. He can let his stroke out, drawing the ball back for the side.
Yeah.
No problem.
He draw it away the end rail.
Yeah, he's close enough. I think he could even go forward with a hair of right English and come towards the 10 for the upper left-hand corner. So really kind of preference here. Probably just drawing your ball, but
He's going to go.
Yeah, he's so close to it.
Yeah.
He generates so much power with the cue ball. He doesn't have to hit the ball very hard.
Yeah.
So.
And the tables are so quick.
Right. Exactly. And you're coming on a nice line right towards the 10. So.
Well, this is going to put him on the hill.
Yeah, and breaking. So.
And breaking. Yeah. Wow.
And having, we'll see 3 more breaks to end this in this match and tournament.
Well, if this young man takes the win here, he will have accomplished something that very few players have. I mean, you said he lost his second round and played tough match after tough match after tough match, and then had a defeat twice in the finals.
Well, that
and did it convincingly.
Yeah, and I mean, he is from Southeast Asia. It's got to be a big deal to maybe win the first inaugural
that's right.
Asian Culture Day event here in Las Vegas.
He might even fly home and get to meet the president. Yeah, it is a big deal for an Asian to win. But let's not count Mr. Melling out yet.
No, absolutely
it ain't over
not.
till it's over.
No. Yeah, these pool guides can turn on you quick. So. Oh, this looks rough. This looks rough. What's the one gonna do? He's got a shot, and now it leaned over and got froze. But I still think he'll be able to handle it. It became that much tougher by getting froze, though. But close enough to it, he should make a very accurate hit on the one. He's got to throw it quite a bit. So he's going to try and get by the 3, coming back towards the 10, maybe. I don't think he can shoot it with an easy speed and try and hold the ball in the Well, I think he's just got to let it
Now,
go
do
a
you
little
hit
bit.
this with a little bit of outside? Or
Oh, no, definitely. You got to. That's the only way you
yeah,
hit the
that's
cue
what I
ball.
think you have to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, he just hit
great
that so
shot.
beautifully.
Now he's going to probably have to play a 2-8 combination. Main thing is you're a little flat on the shot to begin with, so you're probably not going to shoot the combination real hard. And you want the 2 to stay near here because you can't really get the cue ball to go up table with it. So
I think the
looking at
cue
the
ball's
2?
going to go underneath the.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that's all
Yeah.
you. And that's what I mean. Make sure you bury the combo.
Yeah.
Is he playing the 2? Is he playing the 8? I think he's playing the 8. But what I mean is, you know the 2's going to want to go up a little bit. But you can't get the cue ball up there with it. So no reason to hit this hard. Just go ahead and play from where you lay afterwards. You might get a shot in the corners or the side. Yeah, like so.
Yeah.
And then play from there. You're going to always
That's set
have a
up
safety
nice.
involved. You know, like safety valve to play safe involved because you're going to be close to the 2 ball.
Yeah. That's set up nicely.
And he hit it well, too. Now here he's just probably going to hold his ball.
Yeah, and just
No
shoot the
reason.
3.
Most likely, he could get to where he gets to the side, but most likely the same corner. Yeah, great shot. And really, he actually hit it too good.
Yeah, he hit it too good because now he's.
Now he's got to go forward for a shot.
Yeah.
But that's okay. The 6, again, remember, the 6 is so accessible.
True.
You just bear down here, go forward a little bit, no problems. You just knock the 5 in. No reason to start panicking.
Yeah, this is not such a tough shot.
No. And he made that one look easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
James, you can tell he's still a little nervous, of course, trying to win a big title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is huge. Well, they're all laying there. 4 balls between him and the title. Behind it now to the center of the
Just
table.
real natural to where he can come either 1 rail at it or 2 rails.
Mm-hmm.
He may end up even having to draw.
Draw it,
Yeah.
right? I was just going to say he likes to draw. He's going to come out 2 rails, I think. Okay, 1 rail. Oh, did he hit a little hard?
No, he's perfect.
Yeah, he is.
James Aranas is going to take down this title here, ladies and gentlemen.
He sure is.
Just 1 ball away.
What a great
dude.
event.
Yeah, James Aranas playing great, and Chris Melling with our runner-up finish here deserves a hell of a hand as well.
Here comes the steak horse.
Yeah, they're happy for him. That's been a lot of hard work.
Yes, the first big one.
It's been a lot of hard work. So, yeah, his crew is big Filipino contingency here on the West Coast, and so happy for James and a great tournament for Chris Melling. I'm Jeremy Jones with Pool Action TV with a special guest all week, Mary Keniston. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Had a great time.
So did I. Had front row seats the whole match.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Thank Tim and Kenny Shee
Yes,
for such a great
Kenny
event they put on here.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else involved. So stay tuned to our next event. That'll be at Buffalo's Billiards here next week. So thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
Good night.